So, Doc, where were you born? Well, I'll tell you. Actually, I was born in the Bronx, New York, and at the age of 5, my family moved to Peekskill, New York. And if you ever watched, what was the show with Tootie and Mrs. Garrett and Facts of Life? Yeah, that school, the school on the show, The Facts of Life, was allegedly done in Peekskill, New York. So, little fun fact for you there, but that is where I grew up. And yeah, as a kid, and you're muted, conspiracy. As a kid, I was always fascinated with recording. My dad had a small reel-to-reel recorder, and I was just always fascinated with it. So yeah, when I first started playing guitar, I started playing like at the age of 20. I picked it up late, and I started recording everything. I was started writing songs right away because I realized that if you can learn 3 chords, or if you can learn how to play Iron Man, like everybody starts learning how to play that when they first pick up the guitar. I was like, well, if I could learn 3 chords, I can start writing my own shit. I don't need to. Why would I want to play Iron Man if I know those chords? Now I can rearrange them. I can do something else with them. So I started writing stuff immediately, and I always recorded everything. Every band that I had, I recorded. Every solo thing I did, I was just recording everything. So yeah, well, I was doing that, and my friend Chuck Turner, who I used to hang out with, he said, I got this guitar player that you got to meet. He plays guitar as well, and he introduced me to Josh Christian, and we hit it off right away, and we started playing immediately. We started our first band. It was called the Photogenics, the first band. And that was with Josh, and I were both playing guitar at the time. We had our friend Mick McPherson was a drummer, and he borrowed a drum set, and our friend Chuck Turner was the singer. Chuck Turner has since passed away. He passed away at the age of 39. He was down. He was in the city. He worked in the city. He was an electrician, and he was there when 9/11 happened, and he was already sick. He was already ill, and then he was covered with that dust from 9/11, and that exasperated his cancer, and his cancer spread throughout his body, and he passed away at the age of 39. So shout out to Chuck Turner. He was our first singer. But yeah, we quickly realized that Mick McPherson, the drummer, had a better voice than Chuck did. So he was the first person that got rolled over because the music business is brutal. A lot of people get rolled over. You get stepped on. So Chuck was the first one to go, and we had a 3-piece band, and it was called Centaur. And I started playing bass. Josh was playing guitar. McPherson was the drummer, and he also did the vocals. And that was some of our first bands. Now, I had tapes of all of this stuff. I had hundreds and hundreds of tapes of all of the bands that I was in and the songs that I had written and everything. And I had them all in storage. And a couple years back, the guy that I was sharing the storage with got rid of all my shit. He got rid of everything. So all my fucking tapes were gone. The only shit I got left now, I have about, I don't know, 10 tapes maybe left that I discovered in a box. So that is some of the music that we're going to be playing tonight. But I had hundreds and hundreds of tapes of stuff. I was the keeper of the library of tapes. I had all of Josh's solo projects and stuff that I did. And yeah, all of the studio stuff that we did, my 2-inch master tapes. And, it's a sad story, and all of that was gone. So what we're going to play you tonight is what I have left of stuff on the tapes. But I do have some stuff of my recording projects, the Photogenics, which we did after. That was after Toxic. Josh and I guess I should tell you, Josh and I played together for a number of years. We had a number of bands, the Photogenics, Centaur, and then at one point. We were playing a biker gig. They had rented this hall. We were playing for the Northern Westchester MC Club. And it was the first time we ever fucking bombed, man. Those guys hated us because all we did was originals. Yeah, when I first met Josh, too, he didn't write songs. and I was very prolific at writing songs at that point. And I was the one that taught him how to write songs. When we started doing originals, that was when we started Centaur. So we did all originals, and we quickly learned. Well, not quickly. I mean, we did a lot of parties. We were doing a lot of big party gigs and stuff like that. And people always seemed to enjoy it. But we did this biker gig, and that was the last gig that Centaur ever did. And we were playing for these bikers, and they fucking hated us. All they kept yelling was, play, I got big balls. And I was like, well, we don't fucking know that song, man. We don't do cover tunes. And they just stood in the back and like stood there with their arms folded. Meanwhile, all the biker chicks liked us. They were all dancing to our songs and stuff, but the bikers hated us. And yeah, Mick kind of kept fucking up some of the songs. And it was at that point that we realized that maybe Centaur was over. So Josh and I had decided that we were going to get more serious because we had kind of gone beyond Mick as far as our technical proficiency. And we wanted to put together a more serious band. So we put together a band called Tokyo. And that was the band that we started playing out in clubs. And we did a lot of live gigs. And Tokyo eventually became Toxic. It was the same lineup, but we ended up changing the name because I got a call from a band. There was already an established band called Tokyo Blade. And their manager called me on the phone, gave me like a cease and desist to not use the name Tokyo anymore. And Josh had wanted to change it anyway, so we ended up changing it to Toxic. But that's kind of the story of Josh and everything, I guess.